And the Middle East. Today, we run restaurants by the name of Yum Yum Cha, Tablespoon, Pot Pot, as well as cloud kitchens by the name of Pot Pot and Noshi. We also have a couple of cloud kitchens in Dubai by the name of Umbox and Indiebox. Between all our establishments, we do about 1.2 million people a year. And, we've been very fortunate to have a fairly large team of 800 people with us. We just enjoy cooking and eating food, as you can see. Petpooja came into the picture a little over a year ago. We basically wanted to find a current day technology partner who could kind of take care of everything from ordering to websites to management of our riders, management of our tables, our gate, etc. I think the biggest issue was always the interface in terms of how the waiters would take the orders. With Paid Puja, we are able to do it on tablets. That speed of taking the order and then serving the food made it quite easy for us. Other than that, I think procurement between different outlets, when you have many outlets, you have to order from the base kitchen. Again, Paid Puja makes it quite easy to order from the outlet, right? As an owner, it makes it very easy for me to read reports. One of my best experiences with Paid Puja is my conversation with Parthiv. When I came back to Parthiv and said that, look, I need one person to take care of the entire solution, he kind of said that we just build the entire solution for you. So everything that we wanted, he just picked it up as a challenge and said, I'll just build the entire universe, whether it was the iconography, whether it was the customization of the pages, whether it was the integration with various channels like Swiggy, Zomato, etc. Another thing where Paid Puja was very, very actively kind of supporting us was where we wanted automated label printing, for example. And this is something which nobody in the industry has. Paid Puja decided to kind of build the entire application for us from scratch. So the waiter calling device, which is right here, is pretty unique. A customer would just press a button, the waiters would just come. If you ask anybody in our team, I think they've been extremely pleased and extremely happy with not only the product keeps evolving, the service that Paid Puja delivers. So in conclusion, I'd like to say, Paid Puja, take my money. I want to invest in you. And hopefully, I can become a partner in your company soon.
Question. Would you build a website for a major brand with 200 million?
Hi, I'm Ankur and I'm the retail head of Winnie Cake Center. We started in August 2019. This was when we opened our first company outlet in Zirakpur, Punjab. We are India's fastest growing 100% eggless baking chain. Honestly, the introduction to Paid Puja happened somewhere around 2015-16. That was a very brief introduction we had. So when we again started a new journey with Winnie Retail and we started our own outlet in 2019, the first question that we had is what kind of a POS are we looking at? Because we knew our vision, we have to open multiple outlets across India. So Paid Puja was something that instantly clicked, and we opted for Paid Puja. So we are pretty happy in that phase, and it is a cloud-based software. So sitting here in Chandigarh, we get an idea of what is happening all across India in all our outlets, and we have presence in 23 states. Then it also works offline. So there are a lot of tier 2, tier 3 cities. For example, we have an outlet in Baramulla in Jammu Kashmir, or we have one in Arunachal Pradesh. So there's internet problem, connectivity problem. So this is one of the few POS which work offline, and obviously when there's an internet connection, then the data gets sent. And currently everyone knows post-COVID, there's a lot of business that is coming through Zomato and Swiggy. So now that we have an integration of Zomato and Swiggy in Paid Puja, so it makes our life pretty easy, managing the menus from there, running discounts across all these stores. Secondly, I would say CRM part, managing the customer data, because it's mandatory for all our outlets to take the contact number of the customer. So all that analysis, that report is there for one to explore, and that makes it a really unique. But the best part is there's a team who's there to help you out in understanding the software, getting it implemented, because implementation is the major part of running a successful franchisee chain or even your own outlet. I think somebody who is backing your food business currently, my recommendation, because I have seen it grow and I've used it for the past 7 years, you should definitely try Paid Puja. And I'm sure you'll not regret going forward with Paid Puja, because they are also evolving every day. For Winnie, Paid Puja is the best.
Hi everyone, welcome to Petpooja Presents Foodpreneurs webinar with Kabir Chugh today. I don't know where Kabir's name is over here. Am I audible to everyone? Can I get a thumbs up? Superb. For those who are coming to this webinar for the first time, Petpooja is a restaurant automation management software which helps you manage your restaurant within a click of a button from one software itself. Of course, I will tell you more, and hopefully Kabir will also explain you more about this. But before we start any webinar, we love knowing our audience. So why don't you tell us who you are, if you're a restaurant owner, what is your restaurant name, and which city do you come from? Put it in your chat box. That will be very helpful. We are going to wait for 5 more minutes. So meanwhile, let's interact and introduce each other on the chat box. From where you are, what is your restaurant name, if you have any, or what are you looking from this webinar? Do I have Kabir with me here?
Hi, Shivani, I'm right here.
Hi, Kabir. Why don't you also start your video? I hope I've given you the link and everything.
Wait, can you see me now?
Yes, Kabir. How are you?
No, sir.
Perfection.
वीडियो नहीं आ रही है.
Kabir, you'll have to unmute yourself. I've given you the rights. Yes.
Perfection. Okay, let's try and figure this out first. Let's try and see if everyone can hear me.
Kabir, we can hear and see you. Meanwhile, if you see the chat box, it's loaded. We have
I know.
people from Delhi, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Chennai, Lucknow. That is lovely. We have a great audience today. So before we start, of course, we always have a drill, Kabir, understanding what is everyone's language preference so that we know which language we can cater the best in. So can we have Hindi or English? What does our audience want to hear this webinar in? We usually do it in
English, English, everything. Wow.
One person's no audio.
So one guy said, I'm from Nepal. I like that. I don't know, man. Sorry, English. It's okay. So you know what? We're gonna stick with English. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
हम दोनों में बात करेंगे.
Super.
और अगर किसी भी वक्त पे अगर किसी को ऐसा लगा कि कुछ नहीं समझ में आया, अगर मैंने कुछ इंग्लिश में बोला है या फिर कुछ हिंदी में बोला है जो आपको नहीं समझ में आया, you can write in the chat box and I will take care of it.
Superb. So we will just wait for 2 more minutes. 12:05 we will start our webinar. Marathi chalega kya? Bhaiya humko Marathi abhi. Give us 1 month. I know, knowing Kabir, I think he will learn it and he will also give it in Marathi.
I can't do Marathi. So, okay, before we start, guys, I want to tell all of you, I'm so sorry. I am from Delhi and I'm sure you guys must be hearing about this pollution. So my voice is absolutely gone. And that's why me and Shivani since the morning this is all that we're on, like we're hot water and teas. So I'm really sorry about that.
But I am sure I have already, Kabir and I have already gone through what is packed for today's day. And it's a great webinar that he has taken time for, out for everyone. Right now we have 232 participants and coming. So Kabir, like I told you before, I think you have curated some very special things for everyone for the end of the webinar, which of course I will not tell right now. I think I will give that stage to you. We start. So I think we can start the webinar. Just give me 1 second.
Shivani, 1 second before we start, I need there's another profile called K. I need you to give that the host rights to that, please, if you can. Is that possible?
Just K. Can you change its name because I can't find any K. Only K.
Wait.
He has already sent up.
Wait, I just dropped in the chat box. You can just see I said K.
Okay, yes. I unfortunately am not able to find it because it's just K on the.
I dropped in the chat box. You can see the
I
chat
did,
box.
but I am unfortunately not able
नहीं,
to reach
अभी
to.
अभी 3 messages पहले.
So K पे खाली मेरे को direct message हो पा रहा है.
Okay, go in.
But I can't.
1 second.
Yeah.
No problem, no problem. So I'll tell you what. Why don't you? Oh, I like how everyone's just been like K, K, K. Okay, I'll tell you what. Shivani, why don't you run it from your end, all right?
Okay, I wouldn't mind doing that for sure.
Yeah.
Just give me a second. We are just gonna wait for 2 more minutes before everyone starts. So why don't you just see so many is there any question other than this? Okay, I always ask one question because this is going to be a webinar on automation. How many of you restaurators or budding restaurators, restaurant owners, use any software to run your restaurant? If Petpooja or if any other restaurant software, put it in the chat right now. So what will happen is it will become easy for Kabir and me to help you understand a lot of things. So please put in your software that you use.
Petpooja, it is. Look at that. My God. Petpooja. Fantastic, man.
Days like these make us very happy.
No?
So please, guys, all of you, we have 285 participants almost. Please put in what do you use because this is a restaurant automation webinar. Of course, we need to plan to get paid puja. Please get in touch with us for sure. And those who want to, don't worry, we will be there to assist you with everything.
If you're planning to get paid puja, you guys should wait till the end of the webinar.
Kabir already giving spoilers. Some very exciting offers coming up for all the people. Kabir, can you rename K with anything else? So I can actually make, I can see it now. I can see it. I can make you the host. So what I'm going to do is I've already made you the host. You can just give me the rights after the presentation.
Okay.
Can you see it? He has gotten the host rights.
Yeah.
Superb. So now we are going to start the webinar, everyone, because with Petpooja, we always try to keep the webinar to the point, very short, so that the speaker and you as an audience get more time to interact with each other during the webinar and after the webinar. Before we do Kabir's introduction and he takes over the stage, let me tell you, for all the people who are first time coming to Petpooja's webinar, every week we have a webinar with Petpooja, which brings in great speakers, influencers, and consultants like Kabir who spend and give their time, half an hour, 1 hour of their time for the restaurant industry to educate them and to help them grow. These are absolutely free of cost webinars because we want the entire restaurant industry to grow with us. For those who want to be a part of this webinar, we have our own WhatsApp groups. And of course, people like Kabir and everyone is going to be a part of that group. So if you are not a part of the group, just let us know. We will add you in the group or we'll send you the link. The flow of every webinar is there is a small intro interaction. The stage is there. Titiksha, can you please send the link of the WhatsApp group? The introduction is there. Then the stage is for the speaker, that is Kabir for today. Kabir is going to be speaking and interacting with all of you. First is going to be a presentation. Then it's going to be a Q&A for 20-30 as long as you want. Please feel free to put in all your questions on chat box. We are very active there. And yes, then we'll be taking it offline where there are going to be exciting things that Kabir has made for our entire audience. And also we have gotten a lot of paid puja offers for all the people here. So without any further ado, let me first of all give all our audience a little introduction about Kabir. Kabir, I hope I do justice with the introduction. So please spare and bear with me over here. So how many of you know Kabir already? Put in the chat box. Yes, like Ruhani says, Kabir. I'm putting that on the chat because of course a lot of people know you and Ruhani now. So Kabir, everyone, is the third generation restaurator from Delhi. He's professionally trained chef from Oberoi Hotels and Resorts, and now heads the F&B operations for his restaurant and family business, which is Delhi's most legendary restaurant, that is Nizam's Kati Kebab. They have been pioneers in Kathi rolls in Delhi, running since 45 years. running since 45 years. I think my internet is not stable. Beautiful. I think I've been having some internet issues the day when everything happens. So continuing with it, of course, they have a legendary restaurant which runs from 45 years and more. Kabir also mentors multiple restaurants, helping them with sustainable growth in this competitive market and creates content on Instagram. So, of course, a lot of you know Kabir from Instagram, helping them understand every kind of growth, restaurants from Swiggy, Zomato onboarding, getting the most out of them when you're doing that. And yes, anyone who's looking for mentorship or to understand growth, Kabir is the person for you. Go follow him on Instagram, get in touch with him on DMs. He's very active there. And of course, if nothing, we are going to have a form where you get to interact with him after the webinar so you can get in touch with him. So I hope, thank you so much, first of all, Kabir, for doing this. Kabir and I have been talking since a long time that we want to do something for the restaurant industry. And finally, after a month, we are here conducting this restaurant automation webinar. So Kabir, I'm going to leave the stage to you. And why don't you start today's webinar?
Thank you very much, Shivani. Okay, guys, I'm going to make this very crisp and clear because I will tell you something. In the watching so many webinars, and half the time I used to get so bored. So fantastic. You can hear me. Brilliance. Okay. Fantastic. Got it. Okay. So the reason that we're doing this thing on automation is because I need you to guys understand something. Okay. I genuinely don't like to work a lot in life. I don't like to work too much. I like to spend more time going out with my friends, spending in scuba diving or doing things which I actually truly like to do. That doesn't mean I don't like to work. I don't like to work on a daily basis and spending hours and hours at a restaurant where I'm just doing repeated tasks. अगर मैं रोज आकर एक ही चीज दोहरा रहा हूं तो क्या उसका फायदा भी है? That is where automation comes into play. That is why we are going to speak about automation today. I'm going to switch on a presentation. I want all of you to see. I'm just going to do this for 20 minutes. 20 minutes we're going to wrap this. We're going to wrap this all up. So give me your attention for 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes, I am sure that if I would have at least given you the curiosity of trying to automate your restaurant, that would be enough. Okay, I'm going to quickly I'm going to share my screen from here and tell me if you can see this. Yes, I use Canva. If anyone is going to comment on that. Let me get the chat box here as well. Okay, guys, can you see the Canva? Can you see the presentation? Yes, Paras, the Canva bloody rocks, man. Canva is the best thing to happen to businesses. Done. Fantastic. Okay, great. So we're going to start this on automating your business. Automating your business का मतलब क्या है? Automate करने का मतलब क्या है? Automate करने का सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक मतलब है, वो ये है कि आपको हर रोज एक ही जगह पर आकर अपनी बात दोहराना ना पड़े. If you are coming to your business every single day and telling them, why is this not clean? Why are the packaging boxes not stacked properly? Why is the telephone not checked yet? Then you are making a mistake. अगर आप अपना बिजनेस चला रहे हो और अपने बिजनेस चलाने में आप दिन में 2 से 4 घंटे से ज्यादा स्पेंड कर रहे हो, okay, please keep it in English. Okay, if you are spending more than 2 to 4 hours at your business, you are making a mistake. There is something that you are not doing, right. Okay, कुछ तो गलत हो रहा है, because अगर If you're going to spend more than 4 to 5 hours at your business, you might as well do a job. If you're going to go for a bank job, it's supposed to be 9 hours. You remove a couple of hours for lunch and cigarette breaks and roaming around everywhere, and that's what it comes down to, 5-6 hours of work. So if you're going to be in a business and still going to work for more than 6 hours, what is even the point? Hence, I'm going to teach you how to automate your business. What the hell does automating your business even mean? Jesus Christ. Yes, I am going to teach you cheap automation. Cheap automation का मतलब है सस्ते में काम कैसे होगा. सस्ते में cheap automation का मतलब है delegation, which is giving someone to do your job with generic tech. Generic tech is tech that doesn't cost you anything. Tech that is available for free online. Well, tech that you can use to modify your business today. So coupling what you are going to, how you are going to tell, learning how to tell other people to do their job, to do a certain job, coupled with generic tech being Google Forms, WhatsApp, CCTV cameras, anything. You couple that and you get cheap automation, which is a restaurant or a business which runs itself without you being there always. Remember, when it comes to delegation, almost is good enough. The reason I have said this is because I know a lot of people in India have this very big problem कि हम किसी और से अब काम करवाने से डरते हैं. हमें लगता है कि we think that they cannot do our job as good enough. I know a lot of people with these problems. I speak to at least 5 to 6 restaurateurs on a daily basis, and most of them tell me this: no, but he will not do it as good as I will do it, or she is not going to cook as well as I am going to cook it. Of course they're not going to do it. Of course they're not going to cook it as well as you're going to. Of course it's not their business. They have not been exactly micromanaging. That's what most people end up doing. Of course they're not going to put in all their effort. It's not their business. They don't care. They care about their salary, having a good time at their work, and exiting. So you have to understand, when you delegate a certain job, if I tell you, hey, listen, go to the store, buy me 6 Mother Dairy Chach for me and come back, and you get me 5. If you are just almost as good enough, that is enough. That is more than enough. So remember that when you're going to delegate someone something, हमेशा उस हिसाब से काम नहीं मिलने वाला जैसे आपको चाहिए. You are not going to get work as you desire it. It is only going to happen according to their standards, and that if for you, if that is almost, it is good enough. Step 1. You have to understand, in step 1 is measurement of quality and standards. What do you want? How do you want? When do you want it? Which basically means you have to iterate. You have to take a document and you have to iterate exactly how do you want stuff to be done for you. For example, look at this. It says dustbin cleaning. This is a standard from my very restaurant. Okay, I have written this standard when I was 22 years old. मैं 22 साल का था तब मैंने ये लिखा था. तो it doesn't need to be all fancy or anything. It just needs to be able to be understood by someone. जिस इसमें साफ साफ लिखा है dustbin cleaning. Dustbin cleaning must happen every 3 days. Empty dustbins must be washed with hot soap water, scrub them with sponges, make sure the lid is washed too, wipe the dustbin and let them be dry before using them again. During the day, the dustbins must be cleaned by using a disinfection spray and paper roll. All I have done is I have measured my quality and standard onto and put it on a piece of paper. That's what you need to do for step 1. You need to take a piece of paper, you need to open up a document and you need to write what do you expect your staff to do, and you need to do this for everything. Now, if you're getting confused, do not worry. At the end of this webinar, I am going to give you a download link which will give you 3 drafts from which you can download some of my mock quality standards and SOPs. Okay, you can download that and that will help you to sort of understand exactly how you can create a document for measurement of quality and standards. Are you guys understanding so far? Am I clear? Am I being able to? Are you guys understanding? Am I audible? Everything's okay? Great, fantastic. So I'm being able to be okay. Brilliant, brilliant. So that is step one in automation, measurement of quality and standards, which is just to put down how do you want your staff to work? How do you want your business to operate? All right, boss. What is going to happen next is you are going to fail. Because, and now anyone and everyone you can put me down for this, but you work in India and people do not like to listen here. We are ziddi people, we are stubborn people, we like to do things our own way. So you are going to fail because your staff is going to give up all the things that you are going to do. I'm sure the first day that I offered this to my dad, the document when I made this and I went and showed it to my dad, my father said, you know what he said? Can anyone guess what my father said when I showed him this document? Okay, I was expecting for someone to say something on chat, but you know, my dad said, "Ye bakwas hai." Exactly. ये क्या फालतू है, कोई नहीं करेगा इतना. फेंक दो इसे. That's exactly what my father said. My father is an ace restaurateur. Don't get me wrong. He has 45 years of business experience under him, but he has run his business a certain way. And now we were trying to take it into another way. So there needs to be some change. Like there is going to be some friction between me and my father when we try to change things. There is going to be friction with you and your staff when you try to change things and that's why you're going to fail. And that's the time I need you to realize it's okay. It's totally all right. First day, there is a standard in my company, which is basically after Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning, all restaurants have to be ripped apart and cleaned. Everything has to be taken out. Things have to be thrown out. You have to, all the chairs and tables have to be pulled outside. All the working tables have to be pushed in front. Everything has to be totally clean. One day, the moment I sent this standard onto my deep cleaning, exactly, the moment I sent this standard on my group, in seconds, I got a call from one of my managers and he said, "Sir, ye nahi ho payega, sir. Sir, ye nahi ho payega. This will not be able to happen." I said, "Why? Why the bloody hell can't this happen? I'm simply telling you, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, after the busy time is over, all you need to do is deep cleaning. Why can't you do it?" "Sir, Monday morning, we have a lot of saman to make because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, almost everything gets over. So we need to make a lot of stock. So we cannot. Sunday is deep cleaning day as my kitchen as we are closed." Exactly. Yes, sorry, I was just looking at the chat. You guys keep sending something, my mind gets distracted. So yeah, so he said to me that this cannot happen, sir. I said, "Why the hell bloody can't happen?" He said, "Can't happen because we have to work a lot. We have to work a lot on this day." I said, "Okay, fine, then do it on Tuesday. I have no problem." The point is, when you fail, you have to improvise and you have to move on. That's all. I only entered this slide because I need you guys to know that the moment you put these standards in, you are going to fail, but it's all right. Okay, let's go on to the next slide. Step 2. Step 1 of putting in standards, telling people how to work. किसी को बताना कि कैसे काम करना है बहुत आसान काम, ठीक है ना? I can tell any one of you, भाई देखो ऐसे करना है, ये उठा के यहाँ रखना है, वो बहुत आसान काम है. तो making the document of putting in your expectations and your quality standards is going to be very easy for you. You're going to write anything. You're going to be like, subah, I want all of you to come in at 7 a.m. I want all of you to wash your hands. I want all of you to make sure that you are cleaning every inch of the restaurant every single day. You'll have to be a little bit realistic with it, but that is what you guys are going to do. Okay. So, yeah, wait 1 second. A lot of people have joined Google Meet. Devansh, well, if they have, I would be really nice if you could just drop them a message and say, ki boss, yahan aa jao. Shivani, Tatiksha, if you could just drop the same link so that my man Devansh can copy it and send it. Oh, you have dropped it. Thank you very much. So yeah, so you are going to be able to put in a lot of standards. वो तो तुम डाल दोगे. You will, आप लिख दोगे कि आप अपने staff को कैसे चाहते हो कि काम करें. लेकिन step 2 is probably the most important one. Checks and balances. कि ध्यान में रखना कि ये staff काम कर भी रहा है. yes, I think someone is getting a recording of this, Bajaj. Is your staff actually even doing the automationary things that you have put into place? This is what is going to secure you. You all can sit at your homes. You all can sit at your homes and make sure your restaurant is running if you just do these 5 things. Ye 5 cheezein, just listen to these very carefully. Listen to these 5 things, and I promise you, in 6 months, you will be running your business sitting at your home. I am sitting at my house right now. This is a curtain. You can see my kitchen is behind me. Okay. And I'm running upwards of 10 restaurants from this exact chair. I would get up and show you that I'm sitting in my pajamas, but that will probably be a little bit unprofessional. So I'm not going to. But yes, I'm running upwards of 10 restaurants sitting at home in my pajamas. I'm going to quickly go through these checks and balances. Step 1 is CCTV cameras. Lagwate sab hai. Sabko CCTV camera lagwane. Everyone uses CCTV cameras, but no one bloody uses them. I know no one, not one person uses the CCTV cameras. If you start using your CCTV cameras, and how do you get your staff to be scared of them? Is this: every week you take a small footage from your CCTV camera and send it to one of your staff members and say, can we stick to English, please? Yes, okay, I'm trying, sorry. So every week you take a small footage from your CCTV camera and you send it to one of your staff and say, let's say if he was not wearing his, what is it called, man? Hairnet. If he wasn't wearing his hairnet in the kitchen, you tell him, if I catch you not wearing a hairnet in the kitchen next time, you're going to have a problem, buddy. You do that and you wait and watch. Within days, your staff is going to be dead scared of your CCTV cameras. Step 2, mystery shoppers. Mystery shopper is a concept from the West, which basically means that you take a friend, a relative, or anyone, and you tell them, hey, I need you to go to my restaurant. I need you to go and eat a meal. They cannot know it is your friend. 1 second. They then try malfunctioning the cameras. Okay, hold on to that point. Hold on to that point at the end of the webinar. I'll answer that, how to fix that, because I've had that problem with me. I've had a problem recently with that. Mystery shoppers. So mystery shoppers is basically when you send someone who is a mystery guest and they go and dine at your restaurant or shop at your business and come back and give you feedback. Very simple. That's it. You do this once a week. Sir, Hindi please. Okay, मैं ये फिर से हिंदी में भी समझा दूंगा. Mystery shopper का मतलब एक ऐसा इंसान जो आपके बिजनेस पे जाके कुछ खरीदे या आपके रेस्टोरेंट पर आके खाना खाए और आपको आकर बाद में बताए कि ऐसा मेरा एक्सपीरियंस था. जरूरी नहीं है वो आपका दोस्त रहे, वो दोस्त हो सकता है, रिलेटिव हो सकता है, लेकिन आपके स्टाफ को नहीं पता होना चाहिए कि वो कौन है. योर स्टाफ शुड नॉट नो हु दैट पर्सन इज. मिस्ट्री शॉपिंग के लिए एक डॉक्यूमेंट है जो मैंने तैयार किया है, जो वेबिनार के एंड में इसी चेकलिस्ट में मैं आपको दूंगा. At the end of the webinar, I am going to drop you a document for a mystery shoppers checklist, which is basically a checklist of things that a person can check mark. Okay, which is things like, did the person open the door for you? You do one mystery. That's what McDonald's do during their audits nationwide. Exactly. Check the chat box. This is exactly what this man has said, Aman Gupta. That is what McDonald's does in their audits nationwide. All these things that I'm explaining to you, I have learned these things through employees from these MNCs only. These are people who I chat to. Whenever I go eat at McDonald's, I sit and chat with them and be like, "Aap apna store indent kaise karte ho? Aapka saman kaise aata hai? How do you guys, from Singapore, and this means eating, thanks a lot. Well, cheers, my man. Yeah, I speak to all of these people and I say, "Aap ye kaam kaise karte ho? आप सॉस के सैशेस कैसे स्टोर करते हो? अगर खाना खराब हो जाता है तो क्या करते हो?" That is where I have learned all these things from. So step 1 and step 2, CCTV cameras and mystery shoppers. Third, feedback forms. पुराने जमाने में feedback forms हुआ करते थे. आप किसी भी रेस्टोरेंट में जाते थे, they used to give you, if you go to any restaurant, they used to give you a feedback form. एक ऐसा पन्ना मिलता था जिसपे आप लिख सकते थे कि खाना बढ़िया था, सर्विस बकवास थी, हाइजीन ठीक ठाक थी. वो फॉर्म्स गायब हो गए. Those forms need to come back. Your feedback forms can be created. Remember when I told you about cheap tech, generic tech, and mixed with delegation? This is generic tech. ऑनलाइन जाकर लिखो फॉर्म मेकर, गूगल फॉर्म्स या कोई भी. हाउ डज फीडबैक फॉर्म वर्क इन अ क्लाउड किचन? Fantastic question. Shivani, it's okay. You can let that question be. I'll take care of it. How does a feedback form work for a cloud kitchen? You do a barcode generated feedback form on your packaging. And also, this is why I strive and tell everyone Petpooja is your solution. This is why we are doing this webinar, because half the people don't even know the software you have. आप 10, 12, 13,000 रुपए पेटपूजा के लिए दे रहे हो, लेकिन आपको आइडिया भी नहीं है आपके पास क्या क्या है. पेटपूजा में एक सिंपल सी ऐप है जिसका नाम है फीडबैक मैनेजमेंट ऐप. आप उस पर जाइए, वो आपके गेस्ट को एक लिंक भेज सकते हैं, एक बारकोड भेज सकते हैं जिससे वो फीडबैक दे सकते हैं. व्हाट आई जस्ट सेड राइट नाउ इज दैट ऑन द पेटपूजा ऐप, who infills feedbacks? I don't care as a customer. Yes, Ria, who even fills feedback as a customer? You're right. Most people don't. If you have 10 customers, 8 people might not, but 2 people will. And eventually your business will grow. 20% of people giving you feedback is a lot of feedback. I know you might think, who even cares? But if you just try it, okay? Just all negative feedback will come for sure. Yes, it will, of course. So are you unhappy customer will surely feel. Yes, that's fine. Getting feedback is the point. I recently made a reel on Instagram in which I told people you are going to get feedback. Okay, that is fine. You might get negative feedback, and that is okay. Okay, you don't need to take every feedback. You just need to know what customers are feeling about your business. Once you start getting the feedback, you can choose what you want to take action on and what you don't want to take action on. Okay. Those people get some problem. See, guys, a lot of you are saying the same thing, that a lot of people, how can we route this to someone? Okay, sorry. So a lot of you are saying that you are going to get negative reviews. Why are you worried about negative reviews? It is fine. It is okay. You're going to get negative reviews and you just work on them and you move ahead from them. You don't need to action on every negative review. I know we live in India. I know every person who has even the smallest of problem is going to be like, oh my God, worst restaurant ever. Isse bakwas restaurant mein khana hi nahi khaya maine kabhi. I know it's going to happen. I've been dealing with this for 10 plus years, but it's all right. You keep those reviews aside. Some people will drop your review saying, recently I got a review for my newest brand called Idli Nama, where someone said, boss, you should use butter paper under your biryani because in the biryani box, it soaks up the oil and it looks bad. We did that and that helped us change. That helped us become better. I know reviews might be bad. I know it's tough to take those reviews, but 20% of reviews will be good. So you use that and you move forward. Feedback forms very important. Feedback management app on Petpooja if you're going to be a cloud kitchen. Google Forms if you are a dine-in kitchen. All right. You can give you can put a barcode in your restaurant. You can give the feedback form on a tablet. Again, Petpooja can help you with that. Go and irritate the teams at Petpooja for this. They will help you out. Shivani, can you please make sure that happens? Fantastic. Rohit, could I repeat, please? Could you tell me what you want me to repeat? Anyway, the fourth thing is, this is my favorite thing. If this, then that document. It basically means this is going to be your Bible. Automation Bible is going to be this. अगर ये होता है तो क्या करना है? ओके, अगर ये होता है तो क्या करना है? एक कागज के पन्ने पे या फिर एक गूगल डॉक्यूमेंट पे आपको ये लिखना है कि अगर ये होता है तो क्या करना है अपने पूरी टीम के लिए. और ये एक रात में नहीं बनने वाला है. If this, then that document is a document which basically means what to do when this happens. It is not going to be created overnight, but you need to make it over a period of time. So, which basically means, what do I do if a customer complains that there is a hair in his food? How many of you have faced this issue that your staff has called you? Please write it in the chat box so I also get some motivation while doing this. How many of you have gotten this thing that your staff has called you and said, sir, guest is complaining that there is a hair in the food? Absolutely, many times. And what do you do? If there is, as we are sitting here, if one of my staff, if there is a customer at any of my restaurants that says that there is a hair in the food, I will not get a call. My phone is right here. I am not going to receive that call, because my if this then that document clearly says that if there is a hair, if someone finds a hair in the food, then you give them, first you say, sir, we will replace your meal. Sir, first things first, sir, we will replace it for you. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to tell them, is that, sir, we will replace you. If the guest, then there is a step 2 to that. If there is a step 2 is, if the guest says, no, this is horrible, I will put it on social media, sir, I am extremely sorry, please allow me to replace this meal for you and allow me to show you our quality standards. Okay, that then what I tell my kitchen, like for example, at Turkey Project in Defense Colony in Delhi, what we do is we have an open kitchen policy. We straight up tell them, sir, I will open the door, you see the kitchen. If you see my kitchen dirty, then you tell me I am at fault. Now, this is for me. This is my if this then that document. You have to create your if this then that document, and this needs to happen for everything, so that you stop getting calls on a daily basis. Sir, motor kharab ho gayi hai. Sir, pani nahi aa raha. Sir, bijli chali gayi. Everything has a solution. Not all kitchens can be shown to guests. No problem, boss. I understand that. I understand that not all kitchens can be shown to guests, but you will have something else. Be creative about it. Your if this then that document has to be yours. You come up with something. Okay, you have to see how you want to, how the reason all of us have our own businesses is because we have our own way of tackling our guests. If I tell you my way of tackling my guests, well, then that it's sort of like that would be wrong, right? I'm not saying I'm afraid to tell you that, but I'm saying my way is my way. You are not going to be convinced by my way. You are only going to be convinced by your way. So find your way of dealing with your guest and create your if this then that document. Last one is customer care number. Customer care number, it's the most easiest way to automate your business, because the reason that you guys are sitting at your restaurants is because you want to make sure that complaints are sorted for, right? Can you please give me a yes in the chat box or a no, whatever? Are you sitting at your restaurant just to make sure that complaints are taken care of? There you go. If you give the customers a reason, a way to get in touch with you, they understand. Everyone who is coming to your restaurant is understanding that you cannot be there all the time. Okay, so a customer care number, which either has if you go to Nizam's Kati Kebab in Connaught Place in Delhi, which is my father's first restaurant, you go there, it has a big barcode on the wall which says, in case of any issues, please drop us a WhatsApp on this barcode. The message goes directly to our owners. This wording is written on the walls. You have no idea the amount of messages I receive on a daily basis. Sometimes I receive feedback, sometimes I receive complaints, sometimes I receive just nice messages which people say, I loved the food, thank you so much, I'm glad I came here. So I'm going to quickly take you again. CCTV cameras. Hafte mein ek bari, once a week, you have to drop a video to your boys telling them, I have seen the CCTV cameras. Mystery shoppers, send a friend, relative of yours to, how can we do this for online orders? You can ask one of your friends to place an online order from your and tell you about the experience, and also tell them to create a complaint. Tell them, call the outlet and tell them that I have a, sorry, I was getting a call, guys. So tell them that you have a problem, right? Tell them that that there is some problem with the food, and see how the manager deals with that. So for cloud kitchens, you can do that. That is a mystery shopper for a cloud kitchen. At the end of the webinar, I'm going to give you a link which is going to have a checklist for a mystery shopper. You can send that checklist to your friend and say, yeah, when you place an order, you tick if these things were done or not done. Feedback forms. Feedback forms can be created in Google Forms or the feedback management app on the paid from Petpooja. You can irritate them to help you with that. If this then that document, which is going to help you create a Bible, a process Bible, what to do when this happens. This will not well happen in a day. It will take 6, 7, 8, 10 months. Mine has taken 3 years to create, and it is still not over. Every other day, we are still adding things to that document. But when you have 5 restaurants, you will not have to be everywhere, because you will just give your employees that Bible and say, if anything happens, look it in the Bible. I have already written what to do. And then lastly, customer care number, which you can write on your packaging, print on your packaging, send as a SMS through Petpooja. Again, Petpooja can help you sending SMSs to your customers. Yeah. Okay. Step 3, analysis and control. We're going to quickly run through this. Monthly meetings, assigning KRA, setting focus of the month. Monthly meetings with your staff is the most important thing. I know some of you must be like, yaar, main is webinar mein kyun aa gaya? Ye sab to bahut simple cheez hai. This is such simple stuff. Why am I in this webinar? Boss, like investing, okay, like investing in the stock market. Life is simple. Running a restaurant is simple. The simple things are what are going to get you back, are what are going to get you results. Monthly meetings are things that happen at Domino's, KFC, McDonald's. My friend is the regional manager for Domino's in Noida. I saw him do monthly meetings, and that is where I learned this from. Okay, and he speaks to his managers and lets them know, okay, once you go back, if you go back to the previous slide, it says, see, I told you feedback forms and mystery shoppers and customer care number. You're going to get a lot of feedback from them, right? Once you get this feedback, you go to your monthly meetings and you show this feedback and you tell them this is the problem. Assigning KRAs. KRA stands for key responsibility area. Every employee needs to be assigned a responsibility. जिसका मतलब है कि अगर जब आपके ये फीडबैक फॉर्म में जो फीडबैक आएगा, उसको आप मंथली मीटिंग, unable to hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, everyone. Saif, it's only your issue, man. You need to look into that, buddy. Okay, so you take those issues and you go to your monthly meetings and you explain to them कि ये गलती है, ये हमें ठीक करना है, और ये करना हर महीने में 1 तारीख बांध लो कि इस तारीख पे मंथली मीटिंग करने वाले हैं, और मैं आपको बताने वाला हूं कि क्या गलत है, और monthly meetings be held with the entire, it should be held with the entire team. Monthly meeting पूरे किचन नहीं, पूरे टीम के साथ होनी चाहिए. सफाई करने वाला भी वहां पर होना चाहिए. मेरे रेस्टोरेंट में टर्की प्रोजेक्ट डिफेंस कॉलोनी दिल्ली, आप वहां चले जाइए. पिज्जाज आर मेड बाय समवन हु जॉइंड मी 3 years ago. 3 साल पहले वो बंदा मेरे को ज्वाइन किया था, उसने तब बर्तन धोता था, वो आज पिज्जा बनाता है. वो इसीलिए है क्योंकि हम उसको तब से रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हर हफ्ते हर दिन देना चाहते हैं. Isn't monthly too late? Should we not do weekly meetings? Sure, do bloody daily meetings if you like. If you run a single restaurant, I would do daily meetings. Okay, I do monthly meetings because I have 10 restaurants. I can possibly not do weekly meetings with 10 restaurants. I will die. But I do. Can you show step 1? I want to take screenshot because I joined late. Bilkul, sir. I will at some point in time I will give you this this, what is it called? This presentation. Okay, so monthly meetings, assigning KRAs, key responsibility areas. आप अपने स्टाफ को बताइएगा कि आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ये है, आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ये कि आप, ताकि अगले महीने जब आप वापस मंथली मीटिंग करो तो आप उसके पास जाकर बोल सको कि आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ये थी, आपने इसके बारे में काम किया. और अगर आपको लग रहा है कि ये बहुत ही बकवास चीज है, मैं बता देता हूं. एक सफाई वाले बंदे को बोलो कि भाई तुम्हारा काम है कि ये पौधे मरने नहीं चाहिए, बस. एक और बंदे को बोलो कि तुम्हारा काम है कि मैं हर सुबह आऊं तो मुझे ये जमीन साफ मिलनी चाहिए. Which basically means all you, so, and once you start giving people responsibility, we live in a trust deficit country. लोग इस देश में ट्रस्ट नहीं करते हैं. अगर हम लोगों को में ट्रस्ट डालना चालू करते हैं, वो खुद सरप्राइज हो जाते हैं and then they are incentivized to work. उनको काम करने की और इच्छा होती है कि यार मेरे पे कोई विश्वास कर रहा है. उनको विश्वास नहीं होता इस बात का. Setting focus of the month. Once you start doing these things, every month you need to sit with your team and understanding कि भाई इस महीने का फोकस हमारा ये है, इस महीने का हमारा फोकस है, इस महीने का हमारा फोकस है कि हमारे जितने भी कस्टमर्स हैं वो रेटिंग सही दें, या इस महीने का हमारा फोकस है कि अपसेलिंग करें हम. Upselling करें मतलब हम कुछ नया. Can you also share a sample of KRA? No, I actually don't have a sample sheet for KRAs, but KRAs are very simple. यार एक line बनाओ. देखो, for example, मैं और Shivani is the moderator from Petpooja team. Let's say we are the only two people in a business. Okay, what we do is, Shivani, your key responsibility areas to make sure that everyone's questions are answered on the chat. Kabir, your key responsibility areas to make sure that people are still engaged with the webinar. That's it. That's key responsibility area. That's all you need to do. Now, guys, the power of Petpooja to help you with your automation. Feedback management app, the inventory app, integration for Zomato and Swiggy, and expense reports. These four things, just these four things, which, by the way, I think only the feedback management app isn't free, right? Or is it free, Shivani? You can shake your head. I can see your video. No, it's not free, right? Okay, we'll answer later. Even Shivani doesn't know, guys. Even she forgot. So the feed, but even if it is not free, it is very cheap, guys. I think it's just about 3,000, 4,000 rupees for an entire year or something like that. I might be wrong, but it's very cheap. Feedback management app, the inventory app, integration for Zomato and Swiggy, and expense reports. Feedback management app to get feedback from. So let's say you are not at your restaurant. आप अपने restaurant पे नहीं हो. The feedback management app will help you know whether everything is happening okay, whether everything is happening as per you want it. Inventory app, the inventory app will help you make sure there is no pilfering. चोरी नहीं हो रही है, वो inventory app आपकी मदद करेगी. लेकिन उसके लिए आपको inventory पेटपूजा पर डालनी पड़ेगी. मेहनत तो करनी पड़ेगी. देखो बॉस, प्रोसेस डालने के लिए, ऑटोमेशन के लिए 6 महीने लगते हैं. 6 महीने से साल भर लगता है. 6 महीने साल भर बिजनेस पर बैठ के दिखाना पड़ेगा, सर ये इन्वेंटरी ऐप इस्तेमाल करो, ऐसे इस्तेमाल करो, और हर महीने इन्वेंटरी जाकर चेक करो और बोलो कि यार मैं जब आपको इन्वेंटरी चालू करके गया था तो 10 मक्खन थे, आज 8, और हमने 4 बटर चिकन बेचे हैं, तो मेरे हिसाब से इतने मक्खन बचे हुए होने चाहिए, मेरे को ये मक्खन दिखाओ. That is automation. Feedback management app, inventory app, integration for Zomato and Swiggy. There is no one who does integration for Zomato and Swiggy like Petpooja, guys. Order खुद से लेने ही नहीं है, integrated रखो सब कुछ. Petpooja can again help you out with that. Expense reports. खर्चे की शीट बनती है. चौथे पॉइंट में लिखा है खर्चे की शीट बनती है हर बंदे की. क्या आप can you, Arjun, English please? Don't worry, Arjun, I will tell you in English as well. Do all of you make expense reports? हर दिन खर्चे की शीट बनती है आपके रेस्टोरेंट पर? बनती है, right? सब जगह के पास बनती है, right? Instead of making it on Excel where they can edit it, instead of making it on, Petpooja gives inventory in values and not in numbers. Speak to the Petpooja team about this, Aman, they will help you about it. Instead of making your expense sheet on Excel sheets or on paper, do it on Petpooja. At the end of the month, Petpooja will exactly tell you, this is how much money you have spent in packaging. This is how much money you have spent here. This is how much money you have spent here. Believe me, agar now you feel like I have told you only simple things, fine. Abuse me for telling you just simple things and wasting your time for the past whatever 25-30 minutes. But do me a favor and for 1 month, try what the things that I have told you. If you don't start seeing your restaurant running in auto mode, come to my Instagram and abuse me and say your webinar was shit, I got nothing out of it. But if it worked for you, do write for me 35 minutes, but not a waste. Okay, cool. So, okay, I'm almost done. Sorry, I speak a lot, but that's about it, guys. That is how you can automate your restaurant. I'm free to take any question that you like. I don't want to waste any of your more time. I hope you got what you needed from this. Shivani, I'm going to hand over the rights back to you. As soon as I find you, Shivani, can you please write something?
I did. Don't worry. It's okay. Thank you so much, Kabir, first of all. Am I audible, everyone? So, Kabir, I'm not kidding. You are so right when everyone says a webinar can be distracting. People don't find to be a glue. They just go away. But I'm not kidding. This is one of the first webinars when everyone has been the most constant interactive audience ever, because it was a great webinar.
Thank you very much.
Right now, our stage is going to be open to Q&A. Of course, I have a lot of questions to Kabir. I have taken so many learnings, not just for the industry. I think as a part of the restaurant industry, I've also taken understandings of a lot of things. Yes, Kabir is going to be giving you one very exciting thing, a sheet to download at the end of the webinar. So please make sure you stick to it. We'll be opening this entire platform to questions. Before starting that, Kabir, we
Yes.
also wanted to say, because as you were saying, there were so many questions for Petpooja coming up. There are two people continuously going to answer the questions from your end, from our end, every end. Because we have such a lovely audience, with Petpooja, we realized and we felt we are coming up with an offer just for our webinar audience, which is going to be for Petpooja, of course. We are going to give free Petpooja services for everyone who takes a Petpooja demo and buys Petpooja from this entire audience. Of course, it's a free demo. Just try the product or just see the product. Of course, Kabir is also one of our very trusted clients and restaurant partners. We love it. And he's been a very good supporter. And of course, there's a restaurant CRM called Twitter, which will be free for trials. Of course, I've given the form to register. Now, coming to the question answers. Kabir, I have so many questions for you.
Shivani, I'm so sorry. I want to take the questions that you will have, but if you don't mind, can we take questions from the chat?
Yes, I've actually taken on the question from the chat itself that people have been asking. So, for example, someone had asked, what do you do about malfunctioning cameras when we're talking about
Yes.
cameras? Yes, so I'm going to take the audience best questions and place them to you.
Someone asked, किसी ने पूछा था कि अगर सीसीटीवी कैमरा को तोड़ दे कोई, तार काट दे, कुछ भी कर दे, तो क्या करो? Boss, please share those sheets and link it. Don't worry. Just in a couple of minutes, once we're done with the questions, someone on the Petpooja team will share a link which will have all the sheets that I have promised you, all the standard sheets and everything. Just give me like 5 minutes, right? Okay. If someone malfunctions your CCTV cameras, you are going to think, boss, if you spare them, if you spare this person, अगर आप इस बंदे को नौकरी से ना निकालो, तो बॉस ऑटोमेशन छोड़ो, बिजनेस ही बंद कर दो. बिकॉज मैं आपको क्लियर कट बता रहा हूं, इफ यू बेयर विथ बैड एटीट्यूड इन योर किचन, you are never going to go ahead. It is just not going to happen. So last week at a restaurant of mine, I won't name the restaurant, I caught one of my employees drinking alcohol on shift from our bar. And you know how we did it? So the CCTV camera is here, and he's drinking like this, so that he thinks that because the CCTV camera is here, he thinks I can't see him. Okay, that is how he was doing it. That's what they do. So and one of the boys at another time has actually pulled out the wires of my CCTV camera for a similar issue. So boss, that very moment, you go to them and you tell them, this is what you did, and I know what you did. End of story. You can take your, I was gonna say something bad, but you can take yourself out of this restaurant. So just if someone does anything like that, boss, do not bear with bad attitude. Simply, how did you know he was the culprit? Because I could see him. He was basically he was, the CCTV camera was here and he's doing this. And I couldn't even see the glass, but I, like, with that entire pattern of that bottle coming from here and then that bottle going away from there till here, I could tell it was this. He was trying to be smart and he's telling me, "Lekin maine to kuch nahi kiya, lekin maine to kuch nahi kiya." But I know what happens. I've been in this, and you know, everyone knows at the end of the day what is going to happen. So yeah, so that, and how did you? Someone basically just asked me, how did you catch the guy who pulled out the wires? Okay, understand. And I'm so glad you asked me this. In my monthly meetings, one of my staff members said to me, "Sir, मेरे को आपको कुछ बताना है." Okay, and then in the end of that, and when I had a conversation with him, he was the one who told me, "Sir, देखो वो ऐसे तार खींच रहे हैं." Okay, so this is why I explained to you the monthly meetings as very important as well, because they basically make sure that you have a connect with your staff. Okay, these are things that are going to happen on a daily basis too. So in order to solve them, you need to keep these procedures in where you are also in connection with your staff. Yes, next question.
Kabir, actually, that makes a lot of sense. It does, and I think your experience is also talking a lot over here. because with time you have also understood people. That is so important in running any business.
It is very important. If I just posted a reel on Instagram 2 days ago where I said, if you are running a business, you should study psychology. Psychology of humans is going to help you run your business amazingly well.
So true. So next question is by Prince. He's been asking the question again and again. I think
someone said basically develop a snitch in your kitchen. Well, I don't want to say it officially, but we all know that we all have that one person who is a snitch, who's going to tell us about everything about what everyone else is doing.
I think that is every business ever. Every place
That
we
is
have
every
that, in
business
any
ever.
team. So there is one person who has a very important question for Cloud Kitchen, that what are the most important things to be kept in mind while opening the Cloud Kitchen, and should that person develop their own delivery system or work with ordering apps or
Got it.
yeah, you
Got
get
it.
the
Got it.
point,
Got
right?
it.
So this is a
I
question
got
by
it.
Prince.
If you are going to open a cloud kitchen, I'm telling you one thing very clearly. There are only 3 things that you need to focus on, and you will you will increase the chances of success of your cloud kitchen. Number one, you have to have a unique product. Do not open a cloud kitchen selling pizza, pasta, burgers in a city like if you are in a tier 1 city, it is not going to sell. You have to have a unique selling product, which is one product that will come from that which is not available anywhere in the city. Okay, first thing. Second thing is there is only one thing which speaks on your behalf. Because you don't have a dining space, because you don't have a brick and mortar space, what is going to speak on your behalf is your packaging and your branding. Your branding and your packaging needs to be awesome when it is a cloud kitchen. And third thing, you need to market like crazy. Please remember, you do not have a shop. दुकान नहीं है, तो लोग आपके पास कैसे आएंगे जब आपका क्लाउड किचन है? सिर्फ एक ही तरीके से आएंगे, और मैं असलियत बता देता हूं आपको, 2 ही तरीके से आएंगे. एग्रीगेटर प्लेटफॉर्म्स,
sorry, nothing, please continue.
एग्रीगेटर प्लेटफॉर्म्स एंड इंस्टाग्राम. ट्विटर, फेसबुक कोशिश भी मत करना, मैं आपको क्लियर कट बता रहा हूं, ये 2 जगह से ही लोग आएंगे आपके पास. So unique sell, if you're going to start a cloud kitchen, unique selling product, focus a lot on packaging and branding. Third thing, market the hell out of yourself on Zomato, Swiggy, whatever aggregators are left in the market, and Instagram.
It makes so much sense. Absolutely. I mean, everyone who's looking for Cloud Kitchen, if you still think you have a lot of questions, go to Kabir's Instagram and please DM him. Like he said, eat Petpooja and Kabir's, because today we are here to help the entire industry, especially 400 of you. Tatiksha, can you please share?
Kutubuddin said, what is aggregator platforms? Aggregator platforms are those platforms जो आपको business ला कर देते हैं. Zomato, Swiggy, Food Panda, Uber Eats, जो थे वो तो बंद हो गए, लेकिन जो थे, those are aggregator platforms. Aggregator platforms are platforms that get you business.
Correct. So someone has a question for inventory, that how do you manage your food wastage and expiry dates of raw material, or how do you manage your inventory essentially?
Petpooja. That's it. Boss, okay, I reached out to Petpooja, guys. I will tell you something, okay? See, I'm a very front person, okay? You see, I have no makeup on, my hair looks weird, I'm sitting in my pajamas and doing this webinar for you. I don't care for what the world thinks about me. So I'm going to tell you very honestly, I reached out to Petpooja and told them, listen, I use your product and I need everyone else to know that this product is something that is going to change your life, okay? They don't pay me money for this. I'm telling you guys honestly. Okay. They have not paid me any money for this. I'm simply doing this because I'm doing this only because I want to reach out to more restaurateurs. I want you guys to reach out to me so that at some point in time, when you want to open up a business, you pay me and I earn money. That's why I'm doing this. That's it. Okay. I want to meet more people who need services regarding to restaurants, and I want to help them, and that's it. Okay. Someone says, honestly, Petpooja inventory software doesn't work. It does. I use it myself. It does work. You're not using it right, or no one has taught you to use it right. Irritate Petpooja and tell them to make sure to teach you how to use that software. Believe me, it works very well.
Absolutely. I'm going to be sharing a link right now again. Please send us all your queries, all your questions, or if you even want to see the product, because Before this, Kabir and I were talking about Petpooja, a lot of people he uses, what's going on. And he genuinely on his Instagram stories talks a lot about Petpooja. And that's how I got in touch with Kabir that, hey, you use Petpooja and you're actually talking about it everywhere. So organically. So yes, this is not a paid promotion, everyone. This is actually just out of love that things are getting around here. So Kabir, there is someone who's asking about a family business where I have a family business, restaurant, hotel, and my manager has a very bad attitude. The managers don't take proper responsibility and takes too many leaves and are not able to delegate or manage everything essentially. What do you do?
I have 4 managers like that. 4. I'm the moment I heard this, I have 4 managers like that. Boss nahi change honge wo. मैं simple बता रहा हूँ, they're not going to change. You cannot change people who are working in that same format for years. Ratan Tata, when he joined Tata, okay, he said this one thing where he said that I joined the company and the board members were all so old that they would not even hear what I have to say. Sometimes he said that board members would be sleeping in board meetings because they were that old, 70, 75, 65-year-old people. He put a rule which you can go and see. It is still the rule today, is that there is a cutoff to be in this business, and you have to have mandatory retirement at the age of 65, because after a certain point you are just not worthy enough to the business. It might sound bad, but your managers are taking money from you. I am not saying throw them out. I am saying go to them and tell them that either speak to a senior in your family business and say that they need to retire, or if they don't retire, their responsibilities need to be reduced and they need to be given to fresh people. It is a very difficult task. You're going to die doing this with your family, but it is going to be, I have done this for maybe years. Okay. And it is not because there is something wrong in your family or my family. No, it is you're going to have the same problems when you have a child and he's going to enter the family business. It is just the natural progression of a business. But if you have a family business and this is the problem, I would suggest please put a lot of focus on moving responsibilities from people who no longer can handle them to their fullest to younger team members. Put a lot of effort into that, because that is going to be extremely crucial to the efficiency of your business. So it's tough and I don't have a clear solution for it because I don't know how your family functions. But the thing is, all I'm trying to tell you is कि ये करना जरूरी है. तो नए managers लाओ और उन नए managers को धीरे-धीरे responsibility देना चालू कर दो.
Kabir, so adding to this question, this actually kind of makes sense. There was someone who was also asking something similar to this, that we have been giving multiple warnings.
Sorry, Shivani, one second. I cannot ignore these questions. Someone asked me, what is the secret of that glowing skin? This bloody lamp is the secret of my glowing skin. Okay, there is a lamp here. That is the secret. There's nothing else that is glowing about my skin. I'm actually not feeling great. And someone also asked, is there any plans of opening of Idli Nama in Pune? Idli Nama is only 2 months. It's just a 2-month-old baby. We are at a 6 months period where we are figuring everything out. And once we have figured everything out, we are going to make sure that we expand in a rapid mode. But 6 months से पहले हम कुछ नहीं करने वाले.
Kabir, but didn't you guys just complete 1,000 orders?
Yeah.
In 2 months?
Yeah.
That's amazing. See, I think I'm a follower because I am very updated with your Instagram. So everyone, please go follow Kabir because he's so active there. He not just educates you, he also shares his journey about his ups and downs and all the problems, and that's quite relatable. And if you're actually looking for a consultant, Kabir is the person. I'm not kidding. Follow him on Instagram. We are sending his email ID too, or on a form also we have given an option to chat with Kabir. Kabir, so there was this question following with that was, when you were talking about bad managers and everything, you know, there are a lot of long-term employees in a place.
Sorry, Shivani. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
This question has come multiple times. How do you deal with manpower and find the adequate staff for the restaurant? Jaspreet said this.
So just let me do one thing. Just the question is actually related to this. Then when there is manpower problems and this, and you have long-term employees, but there is one who's a backbone. but now he's not behaving properly. Something's not running out. So what do you do about these employees who are not
I
there,
had a
who are being there?
I had a 45,000 rupee per month cashier 4 years ago.
Most expensive
40
cashier.
yes 45,000 सर हिंदी प्लीज सर मेरे पास मैम ने मुझसे पूछा कि स्टाफ को देखभाल कैसे करते हैं अगर कोई आपके पास बहुत वक्त से काम कर रहा है तो उसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी और वो मतलब सब कुछ वही संभाल रहा है तो उसको हटाकर नए बंदे कैसे लाए ठीक है तो मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि मेरे पास एक 45,000 रुपए महीने पर महीने का कैशियर था आज से 4 साल पहले आप समझ रहे और उसकी 45,000 रुपए सैलरी इसलिए हो गई थी क्योंकि वो इतने सालों से हमारे साथ काम कर रहा था हर महीने सैलरी बढ़ बढ़ के उसकी सैलरी 45,000 रुपए महीना हो गई थी इट वॉज हार्ड इट वॉज इट वॉज नॉट इजी बट वी सैट हिम डाउन वन डे एक दिन उनको बिठाया और उनको बोला कि देखो सर आपकी उम्र हो गई है और अब आपको छोड़ना पड़ेगा और आपके छोड़ने के लिए मैं आपको अभी तक टिल डेट उनको हम हर महीना एक सर्टेन अमाउंट देते हैं आउट ऑफ की ये हम आपको दे रहे क्योंकि आपने इतने साल हमें सर्व किया 45,000 हर महीने दे रहा था एक कैशियर की सैलरी 18,000 रुपए होती है ठीक है ना 18 मतलब अगर आप 18 नहीं 22,000 रुपए होती है सब कुछ मिला मिला के ठीक है ना अगर मैं 5,000 रुपए उनको हर महीने भी दे दूं 22 + 5 27 होता है it is you still serve at least you still save at least 13,000 rupees on it this running a family business is difficult I mentor I have at least 5 or 6 guys and girls who are very young they're just about 21 22 who have entered their family business I speak to them on a weekly basis where I keep telling them कि देखो मुझे पता है ये लड़ाई हो रही है आपके पापा के साथ या मुझे पता है it is difficult to speak to your ताया जी or it is difficult to speak to your mom about how much money you need I know all these things are difficult but you have to tackle them these are things that you have to go up front इसका कोई कड़क सीधा जवाब नहीं है but the only way to do it is to tackle them and to start and to deal with them from a growth mindset to make your family understand that listen I want to grow the business hence I have to do this
Fair. Also, someone was asking. Also, there is a gentleman, Nikunj.
oh sorry I didn't complete the thing so a lot of you have staff a lot of you have staff issues I want to let you know boss you are not the only people just relax there is a staff crunch throughout this bloody country going on I am minus I think minus 17 or minus 18 people right now so it is going out throughout the country it is normal but you will just
How do you normally hire people generally in general day scenario?
I tell my I train from ground up first of all I told you my pizza boy at the Turkey Project and Defense Colony is a guy who used to wash bartans probably 3 years ago we train from ground up anyone and anyone who I see I tell them come work with me okay the moment and I
Kabir, I think there is some network issue. So Kabir is just joining 1 second again. He had some network issue. Everyone, we are going to take last 5 questions. So please don't spam the entire message round. We are seeing all the questions. I'm actually making a note of it. If you want to really, so Kabir is just joining us second. He had some phone issue. Last 5-6 questions, please don't spam it. And if you think your questions are not getting answered, I request everyone to not message for a minute and take down this entire information, that is to put all your information in this form. This inquiry form is directly for and can be seen by Kabir. All the information, all the data. If you have any questions for Petpooja too, please put them over here in the chat. Our entire team is there, or put it in this inquiry form. Kabir is just joining in a second. Could we please put Kabir's ID? Yes, Kabir's ID, Instagram, and everything will be there. Oh, yes, we can actually make a different group also for things. But for the time being, we can just put it, add you in one of this group. Let me do one thing. Let me make a new Instagram, WhatsApp group for everyone, a new community. Yes, everyone, I've just made a new group and I'm sharing the link right now with everyone. What you can do is you can quickly give it. So I'm going to give the rights to Kabir again. Kabir is here, I think. K. Kabir, it's so hard to find you sometimes with just a K. If you can actually change your name to Kabir, it would just become very easy right now. K. Okay, K, I found you. 1 second. Ask to unmute. I've given you the rights again, please, if you have joined us. Kabir, can you please put on the chat if you've gotten or you're a part of this quickly, because we're going to have like last 10 minutes of Q&A left. And for those who it doesn't, I unmuted you. I'm sorry, sir, if I've unmuted the wrong person. Tadiksha, is Kabir unmuted? Kabir, can you now see it?
Yes. Can you see me now?
Yes, perfect. Oh, wow, we have a new setup again.
This is not a setup. This is actually, yeah, well, something like
Yeah. So Kabir, we'll, of course, when you were gone, there were a lot of people putting in questions. We have also, they wanted to be on a group with you for today itself, just in case they have questions. I've put in, of course, we'll put in your email ID and everything on that group particularly.
Right.
But why don't you take like last 2-3 questions?
Yeah, let's keep taking questions. I have absolutely no problem, nothing to do. I'm on sick leave.
Thank you so much. That's really sweet of you. So, Sushant has a question: how to fix item pricing, especially for aggregators considering commissions they charge? Again, a Swiggy Zomato question.
Sorry, repeat that question, please.
Yes. So, one person has a question: then how do you fix pricing for aggregators, especially when they charge commission on everything? And recently, if you guys know, Kabir has done a video on Zomato and Swiggy. Definitely, you check that out too.
Boss, they are going to charge you a commission. Okay, how do you price everything is okay. अगर 5 रुपए का सामान बन रहा है, ठीक है ना, 5 रुपए का अगर आपकी फूड कॉस्ट है, ideally you would do it into 3 or into 4 if you are selling it at the restaurant. Just do it into 5. You have to take into consideration the aggregator's percentage. It's going to happen. You have to pay it. So you have to make sure that you take into consideration the amount, the aggregator's percentage, because it is going to be insane. Also, I need all of you to know something. I don't know if you know this. Agar aapko, okay, I'll actually ask in the chat. If you think someone, if my aggregator percentage, अगर मेरी Zomato की commission 20% है, तो क्या मैं सिर्फ 20% दे रहा हूं Zomato को? कितना दे रहा हूं मैं? मतलब आप, how much am I paying to Zomato? What all is getting added? Okay, GST is getting added. What else is getting added? Long distance pack, ads included, advertising, packing, payment gateway, CPC. Okay, so a lot of you actually, only a couple of you got this right. Okay, here is your actual percentage. थोड़ा सा मैथ्स कर लेते हैं, देखो मेरे से खुद से तो होगा नहीं. ये देखिए, अगर आपकी एग्रीगेटर परसेंटेज 20% है, ठीक है ना, सबसे पहले इस पे ऐड होगा आपका जीएसटी, ठीक है ना, यस, जीएसटी ऑन दिस, तो मतलब पहले इस पर जीएसटी लगेगा, ठीक है, प्लस 18%, मतलब 23.6% तो यही बन गया. फिर इस पे पेमेंट गेटवे विच इज 1.8%, कितना हो गया? 25.4. फिर 1% commission, convenience fee, okay, which is basically 26.4. A 20% commission actually means a 26.4% commission. Please remember this. So no matter what your commission is, Can you please repeat in English? Yes. What I was going to say is that your commission on Swiggy and Zomato, if someone's commission is 20%, it is not 20%. It is 20% plus GST on the 20% commission, plus 1.8% payment gateway charges, which is a charge that you have to pay if your customer has made an online transaction, and then 1% convenience fee. That completed, okay, that completed is 26.4% as commission. Someone said there is CPC also. CPC is cost per click. That is reduced from your cost per click. That is if you are running an ad, and that is minused from your monthly online ordering sort of monthly online ordering account in case if you have taken that offer.
I mean, you have actually broken down each and everything that they are charging for. Like there are no hidden costs when it comes to you. Clearly, you have done this a lot of times. You have always calculated everything.
Yeah, because you have to make money. It's very difficult to make money in restaurants. Yeah, it's very difficult. So, पैसा बनाना है तो ये सब जानना होगा. I learned
will
this
ask you a very political question. It's up to you if you want to answer. I think everyone wants to know how much do you do, or how much percentage of sales is online and dine-in for you?
For me, for different brands, it's different. Idli Nama 100%.
Yes.
Idli Nama 100% online sales. Nizams, some outlets, one outlet is 80-20. Matlab 80%, 80% is online, 20% is offline. Another outlet is 20-80, 20% online, 80% dine-in. So it is different for everything, and I have made it that way purposely. I always tell people, if you're going to start a cloud kitchen, start a cloud kitchen in a place where you can also start a takeaway counter, because takeaway ki sale sari aapki hai. The entire takeaway sale is 100% yours. So if you can generate even 15% of takeaway sales, you can almost make enough money to pay for your commissions. So it's different from me. I run 3 brands, and all 3 brands have different percent. They're different.
So Kabir, there is of course the most popular question: which platform is the best online aggregator platform, or do you also own your own online aggregator platform?
Mine? No, not
like, have you developed your own online ordering widget or a website or anything?
Guys, okay, 1 second. In the chat, okay, how many of, if you guys order food, what app do you use? Simply tell me. Zomato or Swiggy? Do you use Zomato, or do you use Swiggy? Swiggy, Zomato, Swiggy, Zomato, both.
I am honestly a personal Zomato fan, unfortunately.
There you go. Zomato, Swiggy. Someone said dot pay. Wow. Good job. Swiggy. All I'm trying to say is there are both. Okay. But there are Zomato and there are Swiggy also. So there is no better platform. I will tell you one secret, okay, which probably they don't want you to know, which is that in some areas, Zomato does brilliant business. In some areas, Swiggy does brilliant business. Okay. In Delhi, Zomato does better business. Okay. It's just the way it is. Down south, some places Swiggy does better business. That is only because Zomato's head office is Delhi. Swiggy's head office is Bangalore. It's just their home ground. जब इंडिया होम ग्राउंड पे खेलता है तो हमारे मैच जीतने के ज्यादा चांसेस होते हैं.
So true. Okay. So do you want to pick up some questions, Kabir, aapke side se bhi? Because I think there'll be some questions you would be relating to so much. Of course, we are bombarded with Zomato Swiggy questions on our chat. So there was one person, I want to actually take up this question for you, because someone had been asking since the start of the webinar. I have a restaurant in a tier 3 city, because when you started talking about tier 1 cities and menus, this gentleman or women, they did put it in. It is, so I have a restaurant in a tier 3 city. It is one of the top selling restaurants in the city. How do I expand it into multiple touch points efficiently without changing the quality, quantity, and experience of the food? So I think they mean expanding in terms of regions or in their own city. So how would you approach this entire query?
Standardize. First things first, standardize. Automate your process. First. सब काम छोड़ के सबसे पहले ऑटोमेट करो. सब कुछ एक कागज के पन्ने पे होना चाहिए. Everything should be on a paper. How does someone wash the utensils? Uh, one second. Can you please, guys, I have promised everyone the document. Can we please give them that document, please? That
Yes.
link, which has...
Yeah, my team is just sharing. I would request everyone to just pause the question answer chat round for a minute. The document that Kabir wanted to share, we are just sharing it right now.
One second. This question here,
Yes.
someone called Shashank Gupta said, "हम तो ठेला वाले हैं, हम कैसे business बढ़ाएं?" Boss, when one of my first people who I helped increase business is this momo seller in Dwarka. Okay, I will tell you guys, that man, he works in a call center in the morning. He puts a momo stall at 6 p.m. in Dwarka and runs it till I think 11:30, 12. महीने की 6 लाख रुपए की सेल है उसकी. 6 lakhs he makes from that thela. He takes back home about 1.5 to 2 lakhs plus his BPO job. Sir, ठेले वाले ना बहुत बढ़िया बिजनेस करते हैं, ये अपने आप को अंडरमाइन मत कर लेना. So don't ever tell yourself that your business is not a big enough business. Okay, your business is going to be, has the power to become, it just has to be a business, man. It doesn't matter what size it is. Almost the smallest of businesses, Haldiram's. Read this book called Bhujia Barons. ठेला वाला जिसने भी ये ठेला वाला क्वेश्चन पूछा, तो whoever asked this, Bhujia Barons, BHUJIABARONS. It is the story of Haldiram's. Haldiram started from a small bloody gaon. 3 brothers used to sell bhujia only. And I don't know if you've seen it. Just yesterday, Haldiram's has announced that they are going for an IPO. So I don't know what you guys, how does it make a difference if you're a tailor? It doesn't make any difference.
So true, Kabir. So unfortunately, because there is a lack of timing in this webinar, tell me 2 questions now. I'm going to ask you directly. Of course, the audience, if you want to reach out to us, there are webinar groups, the document.
If anyone else, I'm sorry, we will have to actually end the webinar as well, but we'll take 2 questions from Shivani for sure. And guys, if you have any other questions, please, there is
how do we reach out to you, Kabir? That was actually one of my questions. If my clients want to reach out to you, how do they reach out?
Okay, so if you guys have any questions, and mostly related to, see, I answer a lot of emails, I answer a lot of DMs on Instagram, so you can follow and DM me on Instagram. It's KABIRCHUGH, my exact spelling, Kabir Chugh. That is one. Otherwise, you can, if you have a business inquiry, and for a business inquiry mean that if you want a consulting session, or if you want something done for your restaurant, if you want some help, it's k@kabirchugh.com. K, the letter K, at KABIRCHUGH.com.
I've just shared it on the group, and also we'll be sharing it on all our webinar groups too. So I'm sure you all have
also share the link of the document list, the downloading of the documents on the WhatsApp group that we have.
We will be doing that. In fact, Kabir, if you would want, we would put all the people who want to get in touch with you for professional business purposes consultation. We can put in a group and send it, add you there, and they can reach out to you. Whatever you say on email, everywhere we'll put it through.
वो थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है. आप मैं हर ईमेल का जवाब देता हूं, मैं हर डीएम का जवाब देता हूं. आप भेजिए, मैं आपसे बात कर लूंगा.
So everyone, if you are looking, you already have seen the powerhouse man over here. Even though he's not well, nobody can say that he's not well. See, still we are getting so many questions. I am really sorry. We will have to end today's webinar. And before we end the webinar, हम 2 चीजें हमेशा करते हैं. A, tell us how did you like the webinar? How was Kabir's webinar? We hope you learned something, or you understood something, or you know where to reach out for any questions. Please do this. Keeps us and everyone motivated to understand how should we do our webinars. And of course, because you guys have been
these are such nice words. Thank you so much.
It's so nice. Yeah, Kabir, honestly, this has been one of the best webinars that I have conducted. And this is almost my 15th or 20th webinar that we have done. And this is such a knowledgeable, great, power-packed webinar and such a great audience. We have never seen such an active audience coming with so many questions. And they are still not stopping. So thank you so much, everyone. For everyone, before we stop the webinar, of course, because it was Kabir and you, lovely audience, we wanted to do a special offer. So we are putting it in the chat box again. You can fill in the inquiry form, and we would love to give you free Petpooja products to try it out and understand the product more. And if you are a user, Please reach out to us for queries. I am the head of marketing. I'm Shivani, and I will personally look into all the questions.
Please irritate the living daylights out of them. If you are paying for paid puja, irritate them. I'm telling you, get your money's worth. The customer support is there for a reason. Call them, call your POC. Go on your paid puja dashboard. On the bottom, there is a number which is your direct POC. Call them, and if they don't call, drop Shivani a message saying this person is not responding.
Absolutely. Then I will
On the
also make sure
website.
I will make their living hell out of there. But don't worry, it will never happen because Petpooja promises 10-minute tag time to get back to every person.
Absolutely, absolutely. But अगर होता है तो बुरा मत मानना, कर दो.
And please go follow Kabir for more insightful things. And Kabir, we hope again we can do a great webinar on the questions that everyone has put across, the ones that are trending. Of course, I think in restaurant industry, it's never stagnancy. ऐसा लगता है stagnancy आएगा, but it's always a roller coaster ride. All the day, all the time. Kabir, what is the next project that you're going to come up with before we end the webinar? We all want to know.
I don't know.
I mean, Idli Nama, of course, it is there.
I don't know. I think the next is I'm actually looking to maybe enter. Okay, honestly, I want to move out of Delhi, guys. I want to get out of this city. So I'm looking for something outside of this city so I can better get the hell out of this pollution. I can't bear it anymore.
Well, of course, Petpooja's office is in Ahmedabad and other cities, but
So many requests. Come to Gujarat, come to
yeah,
Calcutta, come to Bangalore.
in Goa. I think you also do consultation in Goa, right, Kabir?
Rishikesh, chalo. Wow, I love this man, Aman Gupta.
Kabir, but if you had to choose, which city would you choose?
Either Goa or my recent obsession is Pondicherry. I've heard Pondicherry is beautiful.
It is. We
Yeah,
actually have a couple of clients there right now, and they keep telling us how it's working.
I'm looking for all I want is saaf hawa. I want clean air. I don't care about anything else at this point.
Looking at you, I think I can actually kind of understand why you are saying that.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had such a nice conversation, and today, but everyone, I think Kabir, we are going to take a leave now. So everyone, thank you so much for being such a great audience. Kabir, I can't thank you enough. Thank you for being a part of this webinar and coming on, joining hands and being so enthusiastic and sharing all the knowledge that you have gained in such a short time and long time and with business. But coming out as a new age entrepreneur, that's so important. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. If you need any help, any assistance, of course, my team is going to be there. We'll put you in touch with Kabir. Kabir is there on Instagram and online, and everywhere is available. Of course, the session is recorded. You will get it on the webinar group. You will get Kabir's book and downloadable links on what he's made a nice toolkit, and everything is there on our webinar groups.
Thank you very much, guys. And as I say in my videos, always forever WIP, forever be a work in progress, guys. See you.
Thank you so much, Kabir. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. Sachin, we will make sure this communication reaches Kabir. I've been seeing you've been putting this across. We are so sorry we couldn't take it up. Thank you so much, everyone. Please fill in the form, get exciting offers, get to know more about Petpooja if you're not a Petpooja user, if you are a user. And in that, you can also get in touch with Kabir. I hope you like the webinar. Please stay on the group so that we can bring you the best webinars ever. Free of cost, like always. और सॉफ्टवेयर ठेले वाले के लिए भी यूजफुल है यस बिल्कुल यूजफुल है बिकॉज ये सिर्फ 800 रुपए पर महीने के लिए होता है इट्स ओनली फॉर 800 rupees a month so it's very affordable too. I am going to end this webinar now, guys. Thank you so much. Please reach out to us if there is anything. This is my personal email ID if you need any assistance. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Bye, guys.